Wait a minute. How the hell am I gonna drink this? Okay, you know what? I actually just realized that I wanted to do an intro where I drink something, because, Dr. Pepper, but guess it's not meant to be, unless I go back to my roots. So, while I do this, please remain calm. It's a good drink. Anyways, here we are. Anyways, we're back. We're making a real video. We're actually making a video. After so long. I'm back. I'm kind of back. It's been a minute. Um, well, I guess we're doing this now. So, after my last video, in case you couldn't tell, after that, I am a pretty big fan of this band called Machine Head. Uh, yep. So believe it or not, this is actually a band from like the no, like the mid '90s, no, early '90s. They started in the early '90s, 1991, and um, well, they're still making music, which is good for me. They've made about like, what is it, 5 albums in my lifetime though, and 6 of them before I was born. So I'm probably one of the youngest Machine Head fans alive. That being said, I want people to get a different perspective on how people think of Machine Head. So I'm making a tier list on their albums. Now everyone has pretty much the exact same opinions about the albums, and honestly, I have a lot of the same opinions. But that being said, I also have different ones. So, because of this, I'm just gonna rank the albums, starting with Burn My Eyes. Now, it's a pretty good one. Obviously, it's the beginning of Machine Head, and honestly, I didn't really like this album for the longest time. I had like 2 songs. What was it? It was A Thousand Lies and Blood for Blood. On my like playlist, and I put everything on my playlist, like all the songs I like. So not even Davidian. I didn't even like Davidian. Davidian, or well, as you have to call it now, Blanc, right? I know that, by the way. Um. So like, yeah. I wasn't really the biggest fan of Burn My Eyes for the longest time. I actually did my first listen of the album about a year ago. I was in Boston at a camp, and I decided to do that, right? So, that was where I decided, yeah, this album's not really that good. But about a month or 2 ago, I was gonna go for another trip, and I'm like, well, what do I do on the plane? I always listen to music. And on that playlist is primarily comprised of Machine Head. There's about like 101 Machine Head songs that I listen. No, exactly 100 actually. Exactly 100 Machine Head songs on the Machine Head playlist, and then like 32 other songs on like the total like compiled playlist. I decided to go back around and take a peek at Burn My Eyes, and the songs are actually crazy good. I love all of them. And, well, let's talk about the songs a little bit. This is one of 2 albums where Rob Flynn adopts that, like, really deep voice that he used to have. What else about it? I mean, it's just, like, their first album. They were starting out, but they actually had some of the craziest, like, riffs and, like, plot twists, and I guess that's what I call them, in the songs that you could really think about. Like, they were going they were doing whatever they wanted with the tempo. Time signature, not as much. They got a lot more like particular about their time signatures. I want to say in Ashes of Empires, this one right here. Um, but this is where they just kind of did whatever they want without thinking a lot about it. And honestly, I love that. This is after I just came off of Rob Flynn talking about Burn My Eyes. What's this one called again? More Things Change. Blackening, and then Unatoned. So, yeah, and I think that was like 3 days after I went to a concert or something. Or the podcast was like filmed 3 days after I went to a concert. So, I just kind of know the story behind this now. You can go watch it. I'll probably link that in the description if I remember. Where do I put this? Honestly, this is definitely a... No, I probably should have been like it. Yeah. Okay, let me explain the rankings. Peak Uses of Free Will, I don't really need to say more. Probably should have been live here. Yeah, probably should have been alive for that. Like, come on. Hell yes, hell yes. Solid Metal, pretty good. Now, F tier, but I glaze Machine, that just means that, I still pretty like the album. There's no album here that I actually hate. Because I'm a glazer, and I have my reasons. But it's at the bottom, so I guess I have to call it F tier. It fails to be my favorite Machine Head album. How about that? I need to scratch my eye. How do I... Alright, we're good. I got this. You'll sign up. Okay. Yeah, probably should have been live here. Next on the list is... Why do I blank? I'm so tired. I just got off from like the craziest freaking... I didn't know I had. It was a sickness. Come on, I can do it. The More Things Change. Yeah. Now, this one, okay, so I was basically, over the course of a couple months, I was listening to every Machine Eye album. I was going backwards, but I started Unatoned, and I ended at Burn My Eyes. So, I was going backwards. It was in the same session at camp, where I listened to, Burn My Eyes, I listened to, The More Things Change. And I actually put, like, all but 2 songs of More Things Change, on my playlist. Well, I only put 2 from Burn My Eyes on it. So, I initially liked this one a lot more than Burn My Eyes. And the songs have started growing me. My favorite one's probably either... You know what, they're all about the same. Either Take My Scars... or Struck a Nerve. Or Front. I actually don't know. But one of those 2 for sure. So I do like this album a lot. But I went back and listened to every album that I didn't have a lot of songs from again. I've got like every song from most of the albums now. No, almost every song from like all of the albums. I don't have every album with most of the songs. So More Things Change, I actually didn't go back and listen to the other 2 songs just because, I already have enough from this. So I've let these songs I know already grow on me enough, so I might have a bit of a skewed perspective. But I currently like Burn My Eyes more than this, so I'm just gonna put this in a hell yes. Yeah, I mean, like, you hear Struck a Nerve, you hear Cut just go crazy with the drums, I mean, hell yeah. Like, this was just kind of the same thing. They were just kind of branched out a little bit, but not that much. So, yeah, I mean, hell yeah. I love to see a band evolve. I guess I didn't see it, though. I heard it. I guess I didn't really hear it when it happened. But, I was able to, like, work my way backwards. And it's definitely a hell yeah album. I'd like to see it, This is just coming off of me watching a guy's video who said that he thought Rob Flynn's vocals were bad. I mean, I guess it's an opinion, but no, it's a bad opinion. It's a bad opinion. Alright. I'm gonna spark a little bit of controversy with this one. The Burning Red. Okay. listen, I have half the songs from this album on my playlist. I didn't even go bother, like, going back and listening back to it. I like the songs that I have, though. Like, Burning Red itself, good song. From This Day, I don't understand how I have to find From This Day. Or Desire to Fire. I don't have Desire to Fire on the playlist. From This Day, it's a good song. I don't like it that much. My favorite one is probably Blood, Sweat, Tears. I know it's not an unpopular opinion. Here's the thing, though. I don't really like the new metal, industrial metal way they went with it. Like, I feel they didn't really do solos. They just kind of, it was so linear, and that's not a reason I like Machine Head, you know? So, just like the kind of, it was just a bit bland for me. Like, not that each song didn't have something to offer, it's just that each song only had one thing to offer. So, and like Burning, like obviously they had like Go Crazy song, they had emotional song, yeah, the works. But for me, and I'm probably too young and underdeveloped to understand the other songs of this album, this is the one that fails to be my favorite. Like, I kinda gotta put it here if I'm gonna put anything here. It's my least favorite Machine Head album. Yeah, okay. You know what? Y'all probably don't even know who Machine Head is. So, that's not the kind of fan base I've cultivated. So, in any case, y'all probably aren't even gonna cook me that bad. I'm gonna drink some Dr. Pepper now. I feel like Spider-Man. Alright. Supercharger. I don't understand most of it. Or I do, but I don't hate it. Like, it's kind of got the same things going for, or like going against it that, shoot, Burning Red does. Just kind of lower all of those, like, Bulldozer. Crashing Around You. Good. American High, not good. Like, I don't think that's an unpopular opinion. Oh my god. But most of the other songs I like Deafening Silence. I just put that one out. Remember if that's the name, but I think y'all know what I'm talking about. But now it's back again. Actual, like, the Supercharger song itself is good. What's it called? Okay, this can be controversial. I like Blank Generation. It strips us to the bone. Poison winds of woe. I like Blank Generation a lot. Like, yeah, I like Blank Generation. I'm just not gonna elaborate because I probably can't reason with any Machine Head fans watching the video about that. So yeah, I don't know if Blank Generation's hated, but I think for the reasons that I've heard people hate on it, the album for, I do think people don't really like Blank Generation. Okay, Supercharger itself. Oh wait. Favorite song on the album? Trephination. That's a really good song. Speaking of which, after I make this video, I'm gonna go back through every album and rank all the songs and make those all separate videos. So, get ready. There is going to be a lot of Machine Head content on the channel soon, and I'm probably gonna make more Slick should use Machine Head music in his videos because you should. Yeah? Am I wrong? No. That's the answer. Supercharged. The album. Obviously, it's not my favorite album, but the thing about Supercharger is that this is kind of where they started talking about like the stuff that's like, or in more detail, all the stuff that's kind of like wrong with the world. And I know it's like early 2000s, right after like 9/11, so this is not what people wanted to hear. Um, I think that's kind of skewed a lot of like the opinions about it, but I think that the messages they're trying to deliver here, along with like the songs sound good. Um, I think it's good. I might just be too young and like on my high horse to like understand what the hell I'm talking about. But I think I know what I'm talking about, you know. So somewhere here, I'm gonna put it here. I think it's good. All right, through the ashes of empires we go. Add the we go at the end for dramatic effect. Okay. So it's kind of the same story as Burn My Eyes. I was going through this before camp, just on my own time. I only added 2 songs, Seasons Wither and All Falls Down. This was when I was in like the idea of more heavy drum is good, you know. It was actually a couple days ago that I went back through this for like a trip that I was gonna go on, and listening to it on the plane flight. I decided to go back through it and actually start adding most of the songs. Now, this album was where they started experimenting with all the crazy time signatures that they could go around with, right? And they also started getting like, this is where they started harmonizing themselves, like the ending part of Seasons Wither, where they all, or not where they all, probably just Rob's Landing. They start, doing that singy thing, and they put the like opening riff like behind it. I think that was really cool. I liked that. Seasons Wither is probably my favorite song from it, but that's only because I probably put the other ones on like a couple days ago at best, so I just need to let those ones grow on me a bit more. Probably same thing with Supercharger. That's why Traffic was one of the original 4 songs that I got from there. So, yeah. This one's interesting for me because this is kind of where they started doing the really long songs. Like 7-8 minutes. I think 7 minutes was like, I think what was the really long one? Was it? Shoot, I think it was Left Unfinished. I like that one. Also like the one where it starts as a lullaby. I think that's also Left Unfinished. I feel like that's Left Unfinished. So yeah, I like that one. That's probably gonna become my new favorite. So I definitely like this more than Supercharger, for sure. I think I also like more than the More Things Change. So it's gonna go right here. Yeah, yep. Really got a lot to say about these like 3 albums. So yeah, those are my rankings for that. Okay, but now this this is. I'm just gonna go ahead with it. Let's talk about the blackening. Okay, before I say anything, don't debate with me. Alright, this is right, and I'm gonna stand by that. Every single song on this album is in my playlist. Except Slanderous, because I want to memorize the lyrics of that and have a slip up. Like, the song's good. I like it. But I don't want to slip up and actually say a bad word. If you know, you know. Oh my goodness. Now do I have a story to tell with this album. Alright. 9 years old I was, right? I sound like Yoda. 9 years old I was. That's my Yoda voice, by the way. So this album I was okay. So from day one, of my existence, my dad's been like this huge metal fan, right? And he's played metal for me at the car. Uh, Took me to a Sabbath concert at like the age of 7. Rest in peace, Ozzy. You'll be missed. Um, so it took me to Sabbath concert, right? I was a big Iron Man fan, like the superhero, and also like the song. So I feel like that was probably what got me into metal in the first place. Um, so he was just kind of putting me on to every kind of music that I like today. Um, what was it? Where was it? Okay, so I was 9. I just come back from like this bike ride, or was it right before the bike ride? I don't know. I got in the car with my dad, right? And he's like, "Hey, check out this cool song that I've been gatekeeping for you for 10 years." Because I went to a Metallica concert. They opened with this one. He later told me that they also played Clutching and like Beautiful Morning. So I'm gonna slime him out, bro. Um, so he played Halo for me, right? And I was like, holy shit, what is blessing my ears right now, right? So I was just exactly where I needed to be. Like I unlocked like freaking awareness, by listening to Halo, right? And that was my favorite song for like years. And like I like Locust to Become the Firestorm. That was kind of where it ended. Oh, and the How Be Thy Name remix. That's goated. So that was just kind of where it ended. But I went to a Machine Head concert about a year ago, sometime in like mid-April. Um, and then they play all these songs, right? I had no idea what the set list was because I probably just could have looked it up. So they played all these songs, right? And they left without playing Halo. And I was like, God damn it! But they came back for the encore, and they played Halo. Because they knew. I was like, oh my goodness, this is the craziest full circle moment I've ever had. And that was kind of where I got started getting into Machine Head like a lot. That's where I've like listened to every playlist or every album twice to put songs on my playlist. So Halo alone is enough to top the Blackening. I'll put the Blackening in the first place spot for me. However, every single other song on that playlist is a banger. Like this, my second favorite song of all time is "Clutching the Fist of Dissent." Like, I mean, oh my god, that's gotta be probably the most Oracle song ever written. Come on, like, don't debate with me. That's a niche reference, by the way. What else? Aesthetics of Hate. Just go crazy, go stupid, you know. And I'm gonna do both of those, you know. Like, come on, like, Beautiful Morning. Now I leave that. They literally just did everything, just like they did with Burning Red. But the thing is, every single song had like 7 different things to offer. That's where the distinguishment lies from the Burning Red. And like, goodness, bro, like I can't process it every time. Like I'm like, these are all in the same album. Like they did not write a bad song in that album. Like it's just, yeah, this album, like, even though it was written at release before I was born, this is probably like one of the biggest influences on my childhood and my development as a person. So, I mean, would it be like legal at this point for me to not put it in the top? Like, come on. All right, keeping it going strong. Goodness, we got onto the Locust. Alright, this album, like I said, Locust was the second Machine Head song ever. listen to, right? So it's one of my favorites as well. Uh, so I go back and listen to it, right, through the playlist. And I hear like the little like what the hell is this? This is just goofy. But then I hear the drums and I hear the freaking and I'm like, oh my goodness, what were they smoking in this album? Can I have some of that? Like, God, This Is the End was probably like the craziest, like second most awful song ever written, right behind Clenching. Like, oh my God, like, and I'm Help. Locust. The only song I don't like for that album is Witch Hunt. Like, I just didn't get into Witch Hunt. But every other song, like, I could even get past, like, the Who We Are with, like, the children chanting at the beginning. This is who we are. The song's just good enough for me to like it. Like, this is kind of where they started. This is where they really got good at like their melodicness. Like, this is like Machine Head now is kind of known for like their like medievalness with their metal. I want to say because the albums like Catharsis, Bloodstone Diamonds, Of Kingdom and Crown, Undertone, which, but I guess every album after this because that makes sense. This is where they really start getting medieval with it, right? And like in like the harmonic, like melodic way, and they start getting really good at it. And you could see that show up in like half the songs, but then the other half are just straight like California thrash. Like the songs that I'd list out, like Witch Hunt, Pearls, Before the Swine. Those are like the melodic ones. But then the rest of them are just like exactly what thrash metal was during like the peak nu metal era where nu metal was actually good. Like, that is exactly what I needed to hear to feel like I was supposed to be born in the 90s, you know what I mean? Like, come on, this is a good album. But not as good as Black Man. But it is a peak piece of free will. Like the period in which I was born, that is, I mean, that is where the machine was heading, you know? Ah, shut up. Alright. Next up, Bloodstone and Diamonds. Alright. This album. It's something. Like, I mean, it's just kind of something. Like, oh my goodness, what do we even say about this? I mean, they just kind of got, like, everything. They did the freaking Black Sails thing, with Sail Into the Black. The freaking... Oh, that Black Sails was written by the same guy who wrote the music for King of the Monsters, and Machine Head did, like, kind of like a redo of that song, but, like, it was their own thing, but you could also tell there was, like, influences derived from it, called Sail Into the Black. Peak song, right? Goes without saying. What else is... I don't know what else to say. Oh, I was listening to In Comes the Flood. Like the freaking... They just do the freaking choir thing, right? And randomly just stopped, and you just hear the... Like, that was... My goodness, bro. Like, I was freaking... I was in some taxi going to a hotel, and I just started headbanging, and like, I just hoped the taxi driver didn't see me after, because I was just in it. Like, I don't know what was going on. Like, that was just a good song. Like, and I like most of the songs in there. Game Over used to be kind of a staple for me like a year-ish ago. Like, I liked that song a lot. A lot of songs in here, I didn't even notice they played at the concert I was at, because I just didn't know any of them. I just really don't have a lot to say about it. It's a pretty good album. I'm, I'm kind of cramping it up over here. Alright, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna put Bloodstone Diamonds right here, behind More Things Change. I don't know if that's controversial or not. I'm also just gonna have to move Supercharger down to like fill that slot, you know? So yeah, pretty good album. Alright, let's talk about Catharsis. Now, this is a very controversial album. There's a lot of people who don't like it. Anyways, didn't really like this album for other reasons, just because I didn't really get into it. Then I went back and listened to it, and I liked it. You know, I just grew up, I guess, and understood it better. Favorite song right now, it's actually changed already. It's the Heavy Lies the Crown now. The Spider King one. I actually like that song a lot more than any of the ones I actually picked before. But my favorite one, just for like the rage baiting of the general population, is probably Razor Blade Smile. That's rage baiting a whole half of America. Other than that, I don't really want to talk about this album a lot, just because, you know, I don't want to piss anyone off. I'm just gonna put it right behind Bloodstone Diamonds. Solid metal. Alright. Of Kingdom and Crown. Oh my god, this was so popular that I actually found it when I was just chilling, like one day, you know, or I found a song from it. I found Become the Firestorm, right? Went back and listened to it multiple times, and I'm like, this is a good album. I like all the songs on it, or all but like a couple, I think. So this is probably one of my favorites. Become the Firestorm was such an influential song for me, just because I've been listening to that song for like 4 years now. It's on the playlist, and I was a young lad 4 years ago. What else about this song? Or what else about the album? It's got Slaughter the Martyr. I don't have to say anything. Let's talk about Bloodstone Diamonds for a second. Y'all know the song Night of Long Knives. That was my favorite in the album. I think it is still my favorite in the album. Like, along with In Comes the Flood. This song is... So, if you listen to it, the two songs, Slaughter the Martyr and Night of Long Knives, they're kind of talking about the same thing. And they have the exact same riff. So I've been led to believe that Machine had intentionally made a sequel song. Okay? I think that's pretty cool. And I think all the other songs are pretty cool. All of them become iconic. They played it at the concert, people went crazy. I didn't know what the hell, like, what are we doing? You know? But now I understand the hype. I don't really have a choice but to put it right behind Burn My Eyes. I mean, I'm just a guy. Alright, let's talk about Unatoned. good album. It's just not quite my tempo. I actually like most of the songs in here. I just don't like them all. Like most of them are on the playlist, but that's just because they're all good enough. You know, there's nothing particularly spectacular except like Atomic Revelations and Addicted to Pain. I really like those songs, and Unbound. But not as much as the other two. Like I liked Bleeding Me Dry, but I just don't like
Shopping for your next car?
the meaning of like the direction. Why
What
is
about a
there an ad
sunroof?
on my screen? Can we? I'm just gonna edit that out.
With millions of cars nationwide, Auto Navigator makes it easy to find the perfect one for you.
Shut up. Okay. What was that thing? Yeah, Bleeding Me Dry. It represents a shit machine that I just don't really want to see continue. I'm not into that modernization stuff. We need to have like a remnant of the past. So, Bleeding Me Dry, I like it enough to put it on the thing, but I just feel like the whole freaking like, what's the word? Like the beats or whatever starting at the intro. Like just compare that to a song from Burn My Eyes and More Things Change. You'll see how different it is. Now, change isn't always bad. I mean, the more things change, the more they stay the same. You know. It's just sometimes there's a little bit too much change. You know. I feel like that's what Unatoned is. So I'm gonna have to put it. Am I gonna say it's? Oh my goodness. Right here. Yeah, I'm just not gonna think about it anymore. Yeah. So, number 11, Unatoned is unfortunately their worst album so far. Nothing I can really do about that. In 10th place, we have The Burning Red. In 9th place, we have Supercharger. In 8th place, we have Catharsis. Hey, they are right next to each other. In 7th place, we have Bloodstone and Diamonds. In 6th place, we have The More Things Change. In 5th, we have Through the Ashes of Empires. In 4th, Okak. In 3rd, I'm so tired. I shouldn't be making a video right now. Burn My
Shopping
Eyes.
for your next car?
Oh my god, I thought I told you to shut up.
What about a sun?
Second place, we have Locust. And
Shopping for your next car?
To the Locust.
What about third row seats?
Oh my god, where are they coming from? Okay.
Shopping for your next car?
In second place, we got Unto the Locust, and in first place, we got The Blackening. I swear, if one of these other people talks again, I'm gonna crash out. Alright. That's been my Machine Head ranking. Be prepared for me to put out the ranking of every song in Burn My Eyes soon enough. Yeah.
Shopping for your next car? What about third row seats?
Okay, so now I just can't do the outro. Alright, peace out, Problem Titan out.